Thank you very much for the introduction. Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. For me, it's an honor to be here today at the United Nations in New York to talk about the challenge and the steps needed to create positive environments for families in Mexico and particularly in our city, Guanajuato, which of course are based on the Sustainable Development Goals. But first, let me tell you about Guanajuato. We are 200,000 inhabitants located in the center of Mexico. The city of Guanajuato is the capital of the state of Guanajuato and one of the main cultural tourist destinations in Mexico and Latin America. Guanajuato is a city of mining origins, with a prestigious university and a great historical, architectural, and natural wealth, which make us a UNESCO World Heritage City. Our magnificent cultural events and attractions, such as the Cervantino Festival and the Day of the Dead celebration, and the Guanajuato Mummy Museums, are famous around the world. But above all, Guanajuato is a city of a good, hardworking people who struggle every day to provide for their families. 4 years ago, in 2018, I proudly took on the position of president of the municipal system for the integral development of families just in Guanajuato, known as DIF. During this time, I have worked closely with families and vulnerable groups, learning about their needs and promoting actions to improve their quality of life. I have done this not only with a specific support, but also through public policies that allow us to create positive environments that guarantee the well-being of all family members from the youngest to the oldest. This year, in May, we are just new, we joined the Venice Declaration to focus our efforts on consolidating ourselves as a sustainable family city. In Mexico, we have a good foundation to work on. We are a country of large families and very emotionally united, even if physically distant. Family life is one of our main characteristics as a society. In fact, the Day of the Dead, the date on which we honor our loved ones who have passed away, has been used in books and movies as an example of good values, respect, and family harmony. In fact, 87% of Mexican households are family households, which means that at least 2 members are related. We are definitely a country with a family tradition that is still in force, and that is a good starting point. But we also face serious problems as a society. Therefore, we must continue working to transfer these good families' values to create a harmonious social coexistence in general. Like the rest of the world, Mexico is currently adapting to the social and technological changes that have occurred in the world, including the economic crisis caused by the pandemic and international instability. These economic difficulties are one of the main challenges to overcome. Last year, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development published the results of its annual survey, Risk That Matters, which showed that Mexican families were the most affected by the economic crisis due to the pandemic. A terrible fact revealed by this survey is that 10.7% of Mexicans go hungry, when the average in Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development is 3.9%. But we cannot stand still feeling sorry for ourselves. Now is the time to demonstrate our ability for self-improvement, an ability that Mexican families have shown through history, where government and society work together. And as endorsers of the Venice Declaration, it is clear to us that everything must be worked from a family perspective in planning and execution. Our municipal government has the responsibility to generate conditions that strengthen families and family life, not only within the home, but through the community. At Desde Guanajuato, we work hand in hand with the entire municipal government in a joint effort so that each area remains focused on policies that benefit families, such as safety, services, infrastructure, public space, and economic development. In our city, we have created a strategy called Guanajuato con sentido, which means Guanajuato with sense, and contains all our actions to promote Guanajuato families, children, elderly, and people with disabilities. This strategy is divided into 4 themes. Guanajuato with smiles, which includes policies for prevention, care, and protection of children. Guanajuato with dreams, to help families who need it most with a specific support like scholarship and school supplies. Guanajuato with health, with action that guarantee the quality of life of our people, such as our programs to help people in wheelchair, those that use a walker, or prevention education. Guanajuato with flavor, with different food and nutrition supports, including the Solidarity Kitchen as a program that emerged during the pandemic. Guanajuato with meaning allows us for estranged families. Of course, one of our priorities is children and adolescents who represent not only our future, they are our present. We must never lose sight of our great objective when raising a family to educate our children to be good people. That is why we are now working with all the young people in our city through the Planet Youth program, the Icelandic model of addiction prevention. We need parents to have the tools for the correct care of their children, and that is why Guanajuato is the city in our state with the most positive parenting workshops offered to date. And very soon, just in November, we will begin construction of one of the main projects of this government, the Colibri Center. At the Colibri Center, we will aid homeless children to help them learn to fend for themselves when they become adults. We want happy children with a sense of life, future fulfilled adults, conscious and dedicated to development of society. But it is not only about children. All people in vulnerable situations are a priority of us. That is why we are also very close to the elderly and people with disabilities, providing them with places for recreation, activities, and continuous attention. At Desde Guanajuato, we are able to ensure timely, warm, and efficient psychological care. In fact, we are one of the few public institutions with no waiting list for crisis care requests. All these actions are only possible thanks to our magnificent work team and the support of our volunteers and the Society of Guanajuato. From DIF, we promote and motivate the solidarity of our people, associations, and companies, because only together can we face this challenge and implement necessary solutions. We will not stop. We will continue working to strengthen families so they can achieve their ultimate goal, to deliver to society good people willing to multiply their talents for good of their environment and for the good of others. We need, as a government, authorities, and public servants, to do what is necessary and a little more of it, to promote this vision in favor of the development of the families and to transfer it to society as a whole. All these efforts and strategies we create because we are focused on strengthening Guanajuato as a sustainable family city. Of course, with the support of our great allies in this mission, the Institute for Family Policy Analysis, of course, and the International Federation for Family Development. I invite all those present and all the cities of the world to join in this task, to see the family as the very essence of society, to establish necessary policies that place family in the center of all public decisions. It is there in the nucleus of family where life projects are conceived, where heroes and leaders are formed, where the brave ones who transform reality emanate. It is there in the family where intellects are born, where the deepest and most sincere dreams emerge, where people cultivate their spirit to achieve their goals and objectives. It is where society finds its cornerstone on which to support its sustained growth. That is the key. Of course, the family. Because as St. John Paul II said, as goes the family, so goes the nation. As goes the family, so goes the world in which we all live together. Therefore, do we want, of course, a better world? Then let us build better families together. Que vivan las familias. Que viva Guanajuato. Que viva México. For your attention, thank you very much.